Good morning.
Good morning. Plugging in the mic.
Plugging in the mic.
Where's that little
You see the light? Go to the light.
Is it green?
Do you see it?
Oh,
good.
yay.
That means my phone's
Good
working.
morning.
Hi,
And the mic's working. Yay.
Well, we're kind of waiting for a few people maybe to pop in and say they're here
hi.
watching, because today is actually
Well, first of all,
a pretty big day.
it's a big day. And just one other, some people are like, we don't know you. So this is Linda.
And this is Sue. And we're from the Yarn Bar in Billings, Montana. And currently our store is at 1940 Grand. But today is the last video that we're going to do in this store. Because
we might do next. We're like the last video where the shop's open.
Right.
Here.
Right.
Next Tuesday, we'll probably be packing still.
Right.
So we could pop in our video next week. It won't be definitely as composed, probably.
No. But we are in the middle of moving, and that's
next week.
In case you are not in the know, we're moving to downtown Billings, where we hope we're going to just raise the level of retail down there. That's what I'm saying.
We're pretty proud of ourselves.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, we're expanding. We're moving downtown. We're excited.
I'm pretty
really
excited. I know. Every time I go downtown just to kind of, check out this place, and I'm like, I'm just going to walk over here, like over to one of the clothing stores, or over to Alice, or over to Zest. I'm like, this is going to be so fun. I just get to
I think
our neighbors. It's going to be fun to have some really awesome neighbors that you can go visit with, and
a little bit more of a neighborhood feel.
Yeah.
But today we're gonna sort of reminisce a little bit about our space here where we started the shop, because it's I think in a few weeks we'll look back pretty fondly once the dust is all settled. I think we made a good decision by locating here initially.
Yeah, I do.
I think very quickly, it's like, there's some flaws, but I think no place is going to be absolutely perfect.
Well, remember our grand opening when our neighbor came over to complain about the parking. We won't say who he is, but after he came, the whole place just erupted because we were so crowded. There were so many people in here. We warned them before we opened that it was going to be crazy, but I don't think people that aren't in this world know what it's really like. And so for two guys next door, that operate on a totally different business model, I don't think they had any idea. And boy, did we surprise them. So I'm kind of hoping that's the way it's going to be downtown, too.
Yeah, of course.
I haven't seen lines waiting for people
wouldn't that
downtown.
Be fun?
I know. The idea of that is really exciting.
Now, it was also the before times,
Right.
Before pandemic times, too.
But
yeah, we, I guess we could chalk that up to some memories, some of our neighborhood memories.
Right.
Is of our neighbors.
Yeah, and I guess the other bike guy too. Like, we had everybody visit us.
We did have. I think we did, and honestly, I think we've heard a lot. Oh, the parking here, you're hard to find. We're tucked back. We think we're worth the find, and a lot of people do too. But yeah, parking is a problem, and I think we've only heard the tip of the iceberg for the parking situation here. But anyway. So that'll be part of the memories.
Yep.
But we've had a couple of them are, the neighbors coming in and saying something about parking, and the shop like a little hen house.
It was just it was. I wish we would have had a video of that.
Me marching over and yelling, kind of giving
now
our neighbor a little
some of
piece of my mind. A lot of people know that. I'm sure others in the there might have been some tongues wagging.
Confident that they know, and they're probably even glad we're leaving.
I think things have settled down a little bit, but we are hopeful that our neighbors downtown are going to be, and I think they will be, from what we've heard so far, just a lot more friendly about and more collaborative and more neighborly.
And I just think excited about us being down there because they know that, you know, we're bringing a lot of really fun people to the downtown area. So
yep, knitters and crocheters are super fun. We know that.
Friendly.
Fun, friendly, yeah. Giving, very giving people. So that's fun too. That's great.
We sort of were reminiscing too about the summer before we opened. So we opened August
2017.
Right. So but that summer before when we were building the space and planning the space, it was just
so 4 years
now.
We got the keys.
Yep.
The flooring went in, and then we had the plan from Maddie, just like we do now.
Right.
Linda's daughter in Australia really worked, is just amazing.
Yep.
At those plans for design, and then Wally, our friend Becky and Wally's this handyman, and Wally. We hired Wally to do all the build out stuff. It was
called the Summer of Wally, and to this day, I wish we would have gotten T-shirts.
I know.
Because I'd love to be able to wear it this summer.
The Summer of Wally.
2017.
So that was fun because he was just so positive. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I'll do it. You ask him, he'll do it. Yep, whatever.
He's the expert, so it was like, well, no, I can't do that. And he didn't really like painting.
No, we know he didn't like painting. And he didn't like flooring, so we knew that we would have to find other people to do those jobs.
Yeah.
We did the painting.
We did a lot of painting. Yeah.
We did.
Yep, I was in here on some Sundays with the ladder, and
Let's
do a toast.
We're toasting to 1940 and toasting to the future. So how about you pour the OJ there?
Okay, in our okay, ready?
Yep.
Oh, are we supposed to do it together?
Sure.
Is that too fancy? I don't
know.
Let
me get more of this.
Yeah, you need more of that. Okay. And then Ashley, we have to get Ashley's glass ready.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tell them why, Linda.
Oh.
Well, I have to get Ashley's ready because I tipped over her coffee, and so now she's
drinkless.
Yeah, we don't want her to not have anything to toast. Ooh, I hope you're driving. No, you're not. Oh, yes, you are. Just be careful. There's yours.
Long time from now.
Yeah. Okay.
So, cheers to 1940 Grand and to 2909.
Yay!
2nd Avenue North.
Woo! To the yarn bar.
Yeah, I hope everybody has a coffee or, their morning beverage. So,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We're excited.
Yeah, we are excited.
We're excited. So tell me some things that you remember about our yarn markets that we went to, because they haven't had one the past couple of years, but generally you would always go to yarn market, and that was called TNNA, which is the National Needle Arts Association. And so everyone would gather in since Cleveland, or
they rotated around, but it seemed like it was almost always in
Ohio.
The times we went, it was in Ohio.
Right.
So that was like, and things were kind of changing when we were going, but it's like your traditional wholesale market.
Lots of vendors, but
workshops, but we knew, setting up the shop, we needed to go, and
the things that I really remembered about everyone that we did was, and thankfully Uber was a thing.
Oh, right.
Because or
we didn't have to rent a car.
Yeah, we didn't have to worry about that, and so it kind of made you a lot more free to go visit, the town. And we had so much fun, kind of just trying to find sort of the quaint neighborhoods, and because it was back east. They have a little more history than we do here, so you're going to find a lot older buildings. And so, we would travel to the neighborhoods, find a great restaurant,
local yarn store,
and then the downtown. Well, they kind of had more than like one downtown area, I think, but we
Well, in Columbus, it was Jenny's Ice Cream. We had to find that. So we found that. That was in a fun, trendy part of town.
And what was that great breakfast restaurant we ate at? That was sort of in a neighborhood.
That was when it moved to Cleveland.
Right.
Then that neighborhood, can't remember the name of it, but it was an Uber ride from where we stayed.
And it was good. And we had some fun Uber drivers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you chat. That was fun. It's good memories. And it's a great, travel's a good
Our
thing.
last one, we went to the Cleveland Institute of Art.
Mm-hmm.
And that
was lovely.
Was incredible because we got to see, all the classic paintings.
Oh, and then we were stalking Anne and Kay from Modern Daily Knitting.
We were.
That was fun
we kept
for 2 years. No, we did the last year where we got to meet them, and that was fun because we had the Rowan event.
That's right.
That's where we were kind of like probably annoying.
We were
sorry, ladies.
We were
annoying.
kind of starstruck, really, to see the Modern Daily Knitting gals.
The first one before we opened the shop, the Espas girls were there, Espas Tricot, and so
I know we made a beeline because we were following
and they didn't
them.
Know us.
They didn't, but
they were very gracious.
We knew them really well because we were watching all of their podcasts.
Did some great YouTube
and
things.
It was at that event where you get to go and make a mad
Sample
dash
sale.
for samples. Mm-hmm. And I said, there they are, and we just I'm pretty sure I just grabbed Sue and I'm like, let's go, and we met them and we told them, and we've had a few email correspondence just to ask kind of more business questions.
Mm-hmm.
So
we met a wonderful lady who owned a shop in Brazil,
or was it
South America,
Puerto Rico or something.
I don't remember.
It was a Spanish-speaking country,
and so we visited with her. Just standing in line, some good workshops, and then but the best 2 really good memories on the floor. The first one was at the first TNNA. When we were in the Loopy Mango booth with this cute young gal, not the owner.
And we were discussing the big giant balls of yarn, though. They look like giant pills almost.
Huge, super.
And you would need
bulky.
giant
50
needles, as big as this microphone is round. And I just remember.
And they sold the needles too.
I just remember, I've never seen needles that big before. And I just remember holding them. And I said, where do you keep the batteries? And I don't think, I knew what I was thinking, but I don't know if she knew what I was thinking. And if she did, she was taken aback. She didn't say anything. I'm like,
she didn't know what to
surely
say.
I'm not the only one to say that.
I mean, it was funny. It was funny.
Hilarious.
And I got a picture of it. We'll have to post that.
Yeah, we should
somewhere.
repost that.
We've got it posted.
Yeah.
But it was a classic. And then the other one was in the Freya booth.
Oh. She's got a giant
couple years later with her beautiful
corset
dress, with her.
It's made of leaves of all of her different
colors.
It's
just separate little
a big hoop
diamonds
dress.
And this huge poof skirt and beautiful Freya ombre and we were standing by it to get a picture and you lost your balance.
I did.
And fell into
it.
Kind of like with the coffee this morning.
I'm on a roll, man. Don't get me near breakables.
Over the dress?
Honestly, I don't think I
caught
did.
it.
I
caught it.
She was a mannequin, and she.
We got a good. Someone was taking our picture, and we got a good picture. That was pretty funny too. So then laughing. I mean, it was fun. Yeah, and you meet some fun people. You run into those are great memories. I hope that
easy to find your knitting celebs.
I know, it is fun.
I remember we had her picture taken with Amy. I think her name is Amy Singer, and she was the founder of Knitty.com.
She was floating around,
which that's the first knitting magazine, and I can't tell you how many patterns I've knit from Knitty. That was kind of, I mean, it wasn't before Ravelry, but it was, it was way back then.
Yeah. That's
so,
fun.
Lots of.
That's fun. Those are good memories. I hope that they pick up again. That's something to look forward to again. I think some of these markets.
They're trying. I've heard some rumblings and stuff of trying to get that back together.
It's a good thing.
We have gone through a lot, personally, here at 1940 Grand, right? The following year, you discovered you guys were going to be doing your England thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie got married in Australia, so had to travel there for 2 weeks. I remember feeling really guilty that I was going to be gone for this extended length of time during our first year. Oh my God. And she was like, oh, you never know what's going to come down the Baker Pike.
That wasn't official yet.
No,
so yeah.
No, but and I think but I mean, we've both done some really fun things. And I think you going to England, I think it really enhanced, both how we feel about the shop and you finding new, vendors. And I think that was really fun.
That's a different twist on our story for the shop for sure.
Right. Yeah.
Clearly you realize that, when a partner in your life goes somewhere else, you realize how important they are. So for me, it was, Mike leaving. And then I think for us, it was, clearly we are a partnership and the shop, we're a team. So that, you learn that stuff.
You realize how much I depend on you and you depend on me.
Versa.
And yeah.
I think, so that's a memory. That's for sure a memory.
Well, one I wanted to mention before about TNNA really was our first TNNA. My daughter, Alice, was about ready to have her first baby.
First grandchild.
Silas, and I was just praying that baby was going to wait until I got home, and he did, because it was like we got home, like he was born like 2 days or even a day after.
I remember
we were
in a restaurant, and Alice was starting to maybe have some contractions or something. I remember a phone conversation, and we're like
keep that baby in there.
But you've had at 2 TNNAs. You've been waiting for. Well, no, last year wasn't TNNA.
Yeah, right, because we didn't
2
go.
Junes.
Right.
Yeah,
so, but last year, Elise was born. So we've got that baby, and then we have
you've had 3 grandbabies born in this 3.5 year span of the shop.
Families are growing. So Maddie in Australia, she had Hayden, and he's going to be 2 in November. So there's lots, and you've had kids graduate and graduate college, and in that 4 years. A
lot can
and
happen.
Plus it was just us when we started.
Yeah.
And now
it's
we
a total
have
of 7 on our
people. Ashley behind the camera was one of our first. Susan Keys, she's off doing her own thing now.
Susan and Becky, were with us and now aren't because they've moved, and we've found some really good people, and we love it.
And everybody seems to really like it, so we'll keep them.
Our customers, of course, we've got great memories with customers that will continue.
And you turned 50 the same year I turned 60.
Yeah.
Wow,
we had 2 big parties that second year of business, and we do like having parties.
Yeah, and we will continue that.
So the pandemic's been a little bit of a damper for that, obviously.
Yep.
So
do you remember any funny yarny stories?
We worked also at another yarn shop at Wild Pearls, and this never happened there. This is like a first.
Yeah.
So we placed our order for big wool, so a restock, and our shop is not big. So we get bags of 10.
But it's a big wool, and it takes up a lot of space in one big box.
Right. Well, so our ordering history has always been basically bags of 10. We haven't been able to go deep on anything yet. So, we order, standard order for big wool.
They've got mixed
10 colors.
We said, send us whatever you have in these colors.
They were
1 bag each. But they totally misunderstood what we said. And I think they cleared out their warehouse. And it ended up right here.
In Billings, Montana.
Yeah.
In January. The January that was bitterly cold.
And it was like the year that Modern Daily Knitting was doing.
That's why it was
squeeze.
So back ordered, because everyone
wanted the big wool.
Modern Daily community was doing that. So anyway, but little Yarn Bar in Billings got all the inventory.
I know. I can't imagine who was mad about that, but they didn't
so
really know they were mad at us.
Giant boxes. Anyway, it was funny. They picked it up right away. and back it went to North Carolina, and onward. But that was pretty funny. That will stick with me.
Yeah.
I think that and probably some of our little neighbor events are going to be what really sticks for this spot. But we'll see. I mean, we're not done yet.
No, we aren't not.
A few more days.
A few more days. Yeah, that was funny. Do you have a favorite yarn that we've had in the shop so far?
Well, you said it before. You can't pick a favorite child.
I know, you can't.
And I have, like, some of my favorite yarns, to be honest, I haven't even worked with yet. Like, I'm like, you should try this yarn, but I don't have time to try it. You try it for me.
It. Give us a review.
Yeah, I mean, one of my all-time favorites is Norl, but I just love like a huge riot of color. So like I just love the Madeline Tosh and all the bright colors that they have, the hand dyes. I'm sort of like Dory, I'm attracted to sparkles, So
Well,
I might want that yarn, but I don't always have the right project for it, but I want it. We need it.
when any new yarn comes in, Linda, you always are like, "Oh, I want to do this." It's like squirrel.
I know.
With this yarn.
Yes. And then I put colors together and I'm like the next day it's like
it's then the reality sets in and we have to go do some paperwork.
I don't have time to knit that.
But yeah, I don't think I have a favorite. I'm excited about our new space because it will allow us to bring in some more yarns.
New favorites.
There's a lot of great yarn in the world.
Speaking of Madeline Tosh, we've got it right there.
I'm excited for a little bit roomier space for people to come and gather again.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing. We love our cozy spot here, but it is really little. And
our word of the day every day is, excuse me. Excuse me. I got to get through here. Excuse me.
And so remember, though, when we had our first meeting with our accountant, and he's like not a yarn person, but he walked in, all businessy, and he's like, you don't have very much stuff in here. So
we kind of felt like we did.
And we're, he's pretty conservative, and we're like, whoa.
Guess we need some more.
Yes, things were coming in, and anyway. So now people walk in, and they're like, you really got a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah, it's well insulated. I have a feeling, though, we might be saying that same thing, though, at the new store. Like, we need more yarn.
You mean more space?
No, more yarn to fill the space. So
I'm not good with the visual stuff. Like if someone asks me how big a football field is, I have no clue.
It's just big.
It's bigger downtown. We have Maddie's plan. I can visualize some things,
it's pretty accurate, really. The sizing of how she's arranged everything.
I'm very confident that she's got all those measurements right, but I can't really visualize how full this stuff is. Anyway,
I know when your mom said, okay, well, we need to do zones, okay, I know one zone. I don't know where what the other zones are.
We're going to be in there. We're going to be moving things around.
We don't know where the sale zone is.
Hopefully not hurt our backs during this process. Because it's going to be, I think, you and me kind of just back and forth getting that. And then our wonderful team of everyone can.
Yeah, and we do have a big team, not just us, but
my
our husbands
daughter,
are helping. We've got some movers. We have our handyman, Emmett. We have Wes.
Yeah.
Our counter guy. So we have a big team.
We'll have to do a rehash.
We're hoping it all
and thank
works together.
Yeah.
So
exciting.
Who knows where we'll be at on Tuesday, but you will see us. I just don't know where it will be from.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.